So, right, been thinking a little bit about the layout, and as you can see, there is something missing in this area, and that was my church. You can still see some of the figures just that were at the bottom of the steps. And what I've done is taken it and put it over here, just as an idea to see if that would be the building that I should put in this area. I've not been able to find anything suitable at the moment that would fit into this, and I'm just thinking that the church might be a good idea to put here. Maybe a little bit bigger than I potentially would have liked, but I think it looks okay here. And then I would have to fill this gap with something else, but I think it would be a lot easier to fill this with something along this sort of style. It's one of these sort of houses, and put that in there and just rearrange the landscape just a little bit to suit, or even expand the more modern looking houses that I've got over there, and just create something, another couple of small modern dwellings or something like that. But I could potentially do that, and that would sort my problem of the building for the branch line. I'm going to think about it a little bit. I mean, it's no harm done. I can easily just place the church back here. It wasn't glued down or anything, so it's just an idea. I'm just going to let it sit in the new position for a while and see how I feel about it. Okay, as you can see, I binned the original church idea and found a smaller church, which I've built and just finishing off the weathering, and I think this is a much better size for the location that I want to have it sitting in. And I do also have some little gravestones, etc., so I can make a little graveyard for this in this around the area, and a little stone wall, etc. So that's the way I'm going to go. And the original bigger church is now back in its original position. And here we have a 3-car diesel unit running, which I think is an excellent little model from Fleischmann. Really quiet and smooth running. Apart from that, as you've been able to see, I've not done a lot of the landscaping on the new section. Just been dealing with a lot of other little bits and pieces around the layout, which needed to be done, and also just running some trains every now and then. The weather has been very good, so this has only been happening late in the evening when it's a little bit cooler up in the loft. Here we have another addition to my fleet from Roco, an ET180 railcar, which I needed to convert to DCC, which was quite easy. There is an issue with this model. Every now and then it jumps, and the issue is one of the gears on the drive wheel is split. It seems to be a common issue among the Roco engines, certainly the older ones, because they're made of plastic. I am trying to source a new brass gear wheel, which should fix that. It seems to be okay when running in one direction, but if I was to reverse it, it becomes extremely noisy and also seems to skip a little bit and jump. So I don't run this very fast, and it seems to be okay at the moment. But I will have to fix this issue. But for the time being, it's okay when it's running at slower speeds. Now, I had an issue as well with one of the signals, the form signals. It stopped working, so I had to remove it, which wasn't easy, and open it up and see what the issue was. And basically, it's just a big solenoid that goes up and down. Just checking the wiring and seeing what the problem is. The issue seems to be a contact issue, which I managed to fix, and as you can see, it's back in place and working well. The arm actually broke off as well. If we just have a look, I think I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. You can just see where I've had to glue it. I still need to paint that little white bit to hide the join, and you'll never notice that there was an issue with this. But it's quite interesting in a way to find out how these worked. And here we have a couple of new wagons that I bought and painted and weathered and being pulled by a French Railways loco. This wagon behind the engine, you can see it wobbles a little bit. There is an issue with one of the wheels. Again, another little job I need to fix, but again, when running at slow speed, it's not much of an issue. And quite like the way these have turned out after the weathering. I actually painted the yellow stripes at the top as well, because these wagons just come in a plain brown colour. So I've discoloured it a little bit and dirtied it up, and quite pleased with how that's turned out.